Hello, everybody. I'd like to welcome you to another Friday chart clinic for this 20th of September. Welcome. There was a couple of questions whether I do roadshow to Kuching. Now, Bill and myself is, we would all come over to Kuching if we can find an organizer to host us up there. At the end of the day, most of the time we try to do this on the webinar, and at least on the cost side, you don't have to foot up that much. But we like to come to do a course in Sarawak. Yes. If you can get a class of about 10 people, we would like to do so. All I gotta do is, I have a lot of follower in Sabah and Sarawak. We just need to do everything, and a couple of clients that we do have there too. And you do know that they've been doing very well. They may recommend clients, but on top of that, let's go on. Okay. I like to go to Sarawak. I got a few clients over there. Definitely. Okay. Now let's go, and what I want to talk about today. Let me just take this away. Alright. There was a couple of questions being sent in. One was that, can you comment on Gas Malaysia and Felda shares? That will be the first one that I have here. Alright. Next one, let me know when you come to Kuching. Okay, there'll be some time. Okay, we got a couple of people in there. Maybe what we can do is I will set up a poll for Kuching. Okay, and then I want to see how many people want us to come up maybe in end of the year or something like that, to do a 2-day course, something like that. If I do get more than 10 people and you guys sort of confirm, then we can come over. Okay, Kong, David. Okay. Nick. Okay. What I want to do now is actually looking at the another question in here. A lot of questions. You will get 10. All right, no problem. Thanks a lot, Nick. Thanks a lot, David. Okay. Now, can you comment on Gas Malaysia and Felda shares? Are these dividend shares? That's the first one. And the other one was, I find it really interesting, is Cyber versus Hing Yap, which is what I want to do. Is actually looking at a comparison study. Looking at VSA, okay, and there was someone was just sent in here, and I would like to hear about your views on Sarawak plantation charts for the last 3 bars. Okay, are those ultra high volume? Are they volumes are coming in? And the third one, very personal to me, and I find a lot of people, and they have, is that, which is quite true, and this came from in here. Hope you'll pay notice. We will talk about this if you do have time, because I want to keep this thing to around 25 minutes plus some question and answers you guys want me to look at. Okay, so that's one I want to go on. Now the first one is to comment on Gas Malaysia. I did make some comments some time back. For those premium subscriber, you can see this on my on the premium subscription. Let me just go on, and what I talk about this month in here, Gas Malaysia. Now, one of the things that I try not to do, I try to restrict a lot of things that I write personally, because these are people that I talk to and they have certain information, and I want to keep it in a sense that as a premium membership, I think that will be fair for all, because if you make it public, then certain authority might just go after me. Okay, I like to keep it as a membership premium subscription, so it is more for private consumption basis. Okay, but there's certain things I like to put up, even with the daily foreign funds flows that I put up on the website. Certain people don't like what I'm doing in here. Okay, just further down here now, Gas Malaysia, I did comment right at the below here, which was my actually for my July checklist. This is, I said, exit Petronas Gas, because we profit about 50% on that one. The yields are coming down. Used to be around 3%, so now yields are coming. So Gas Malaysia was listed at that time. That was around 257. I said fundamentals. It's a good share to get, and I got some for myself too. We're trying to get some clients. If you do follow our newsletter that was sent out by Bill, we couldn't get in for a lot of our clients because market just shot up. Let me just show you where it is. Petronas Gas. Okay, YTL power shot up. Look, ladies and gentlemen, that's a nice one, right? If you follow the chart, we talk about 18-day line change, and it did proceed. Let me see, what were we talking about? Yes, Gas Malaysia. That's correct. Now, Gas Malaysia, if you notice, the time where the chart was indicated was around here, 257, right? This here. Let me just show you. All right. Can you hear me, guys? Just tell me, just give me a Tinkerbell if you can hear me, yes or no. I just want to make sure my sounds are okay, right, before I proceed. A little feedback, thank you. Yes or no, can you hear me? Hopefully I'm not talking to an empty audience. We appreciate that. Okay, can you hear me? Alright, can you hear me? Guys? Okay, good. Can you getting some response? Good, good, good. Thanks a lot. Alright, thanks, guys. So as you can see, that was when 257 gas Malaysia. Now, if you look back to today's chart that we have, it's already 266. That was this time here when the thing came out, and the market has a 5-day line change, 18-day line change, and since then has sort of progressed on. Now, in terms of fundamentals, just want to share with you my take on that part, which is actually a PDF file. Yeah. Okay, on Gas Malaysia, this is a report from CIMB sometime back in 9th of July. And one of the things that we always talk about when we come to investing, now remember, Gas Malaysia is investing shares, not so much for trading, and we're looking at the yields. Now, just draw your attention in here that they are continuing to paying a high dividend. In the first year, they're committed to paying about 75%, would raise that to about, so we're talking about somewhere between 4 to 5% dividend yield, which is, to me, that's pretty good at these prices. And remember also, Gas Malaysia is one of the dominant in the sense that they are monopolized the certain supply of gas to a certain sector of the business. There's some, and then the higher segment are covered by Petronas Gas, so they actually have diversified, meaning that way. So the recurring business, which is one of the things that we talk about in value investing, that we would be doing something on value investing to teach people from our network here and how to do value investing plus volume spread analysis. Now, if you do that, you get a better both worlds. I mean, I was with Mr. Pong yesterday, have lunch with him from and by the way, Mr. Pong thanks you. He's the one of the best research manager in Malaysia, and he's with Inter-Pacific, and a lot of the stock recommendation we actually have for our client, we actually check with him first, and that seems to be putting us on the good side. Now, just a little bit of update. Now, many of you may have heard about our book, The Dividend Don't Lie, which is a bestseller. As a matter of fact, I was in the bookstore, I came across it too. Now, Bill did a little bit of, we are in the process of revising it, and one of the things that the new research we're going to be putting in is also a couple of shares that's been taken out, and we're going to be putting in too, okay? Alright, weak sound, okay, yeah. Gas Malaysia yield is high, but due to 100%, yes, that's right. Okay, can you hear me now? The sound is weak, yep. I'll try to speak up. So, where were we? I lost my thought. Okay, let me just take a look again. Yes, it's better now, okay. I lost my thought. Yes, that's because it's 75. But going forward, the monopoly business. Now remember, a lot of these shares have you seen. I just want to show you something. A couple of things that I do have on my Meta stock in here. Now this is Telecom Malaysia. Now if you look in the span of the time doing this as part of research for the new feedback for the new book. Speak louder, please. Okay, Jason, thanks a lot. Okay. I am speaking in my peak here. I'm almost yelling. Okay. Hopefully when you watch the thing, you were able to pick it up from here. Now what maybe I want to do is just change my microphone in here. Just give me a minute here. Okay, if I change the microphone, see if that would be. Is it better now? Is it better? Can you tell me if it's better with the microphone? I've changed the microphone actually, matter of fact. Okay, is it better, guys? I think so. I'm getting a bit more response. Okay, is it better now with my new microphone? Yes, okay. Martin, okay, yeah, TWS Plantation SK. Okay, I'll make a note of that one. Is it better now? Okay, good. SK Press and TWS Plant. Yes, Linda. Alright, Linda, thanks a lot. Okay, so we're just going to continue from there and using a new mic. Okay, so you can see we are in terms of investing, we're really looking at the long term kind of gain, from $1 going to $6. That's almost a 500% return if you have a stock like this, So we'll be doing a lot of research looking for good stocks for preview to our oncoming book. Now back to where we were talking earlier on, which is here. So I do believe Gas Malaysia is a good one. Now backing to the questions that we have here, Felda. Okay, now the comment about Felda is, I've talked to a lot of people insider in this business, and like it or not, Felda to me, it's an institutional play. A lot of these people may or would exit once the lockup period is off. Now, why I say so, you can look at the chart for Felda. Let me just back this up a bit here. Right, just okay, get Felda for you guys, FGV. Okay, now let's see if Felda is coming in here. Okay, right. Now, if you look at Felda stocks, right, since listed, right, it has actually gravitated back to around the 530, and I believe that's a fair price. Also, Felda, like it or not, it's a plantation play. Okay, it's a palm oil plantation play. It did say it will promise to pay a dividend, but we're still not sure about it. Right? A lot of things are new now. If you look from a chart standpoint, look at it and study it. Now, if you have attended our course that we have in the volume spread, you would know that you need significant footprint in terms of volume and price in the chart before you actually take one position. Similarly, if you recall back a couple of talks that I did with Facebook, it is important, okay, that we need to see whether syndicates are supporting or not supporting the price movement. Yeah? So that is quite important to knowing that the syndicates will actually support the chart. That determines where we would place ourselves. Okay. Now I've just moved the mic closer to me, so that'll be much easier compared to the pickup mic that I have. Right. So Felda, there are a lot of replacement for it. It means substitute. You can actually buy a couple of good ones like that move up, TDM, TSH. All these are plantation stock, and they pay good dividend yield. Why go in on Felda where you could not see? Okay, let me just show you this one of the stocks that I do like, TDM. Now you see it in here. You have a good history. Let me just back it up a bit here. Okay, so you can see it's a good history. That the trend of TDM going higher, right? Going higher, and so we want to know that the trend is actually with us. Look at Felda, you don't have anything, right? Am I correct? So I would treat FGV, in this case Felda, to be a trading stock, not so much on investing. Besides, it's coming to 530. Look for something else that's trending up, right? Rather than getting yourself caught up in a share should it break down the 530 and to followed by a sell down. Okay, that's all I say about the Felda. Let's move on to the next thing that I have here. Sorry about that. That's going to be tough because I'm holding a mic on one stick. Cybex and Heng Yap. Okay, we're going to look at those two. Okay, Cybex and Heng Yap. Just bear with me for a moment. Just don't want to stick this mic here again. Okay, can you hear me? Okay, good. So going back to my chart here. Now what I want to do is, I believe I put this up on my website, and we have Heng Yap. Hopefully I got the name right. Okay, now this two chart here, very interesting. As you can see, if you been following my thoughts, and I did found out from Heng Yap why this thing shot up, because there are news about some merger and acquisition. Someone is buying something from Heng Yap and so forth. If you can check the news, someone, we appreciate. So you can see the first bar here, when it broke up, you have ultra high volume. Now if you goes back, zoom back in here, if you can. Let me just blow this up a bit. Now I can't move bar by bar. You see that was the first bar on ultra high volume where I told everyone to avoid. Really, because if you look at in the scheme of things, there are no volume. Previously, you see that there's a couple of thousand here, 4,000, and what you got, 1,700, and all of a sudden you get 15,000, and this is where you see the massive ultra high volume that we see in here. And when you see ultra high volume, and what Tom Williams had taught me, avoid it, look for something else. Okay, so at this stage, going forward, would we see any more upside? I doubt it, because you got volumes coming up.